All right, so I wanted to make a video, um, following up on the MOTU M4, the MOTU M4. So, what do I want to say about this? There has been a few issues the with the with the interface that I definitely am not happy about. There's a few things. So let's start focusing here. So the Moto M4 has one of the lowest latencies out there, especially for its price point. It's pretty damn awesome. Now, the other thing that I really liked about the M4, ever since owning it, has been the mix now. The preamps that are clean and pretty transparent, the headphone jack, which it can power Sennheiser HD 600s, 6XX, 300 ohm headphones, no problem. And if you had 600 ohm DT 990s, just keep in mind that they're modern, okay? So if you had modern headphones that are kind of hungry, you may be able to use it, and you can get away with using the Moto M4. Now, the one thing, okay, let's switch over here. The one thing I think that I kind of really started to dislike about the M4 is there's something wrong with the driver. There's a chirping that will happen at some random point, and it could be happening right now, for all I know. It literally could be. The video I just recorded on the Yamaha mixer could have bad audio right now as I'm speaking. And I'm taking a listen to it, and it sounds like there is no issue, and I'm happy now. So it is bound to happen, okay? And the way that you fix it, believe it or not, is let's go to desktop here. You open up the driver, okay? You open up the driver, and then you change the buffer size back and forth. 128, 256 to 128 again. And if it doesn't work, you go to 512. And if that 512 doesn't work, try 1024. Like, you have to change the buffer size. Now, I don't know if that is normal. I don't know if that's just what it is to fix it. But it happens at random points. And the monitoring, since I'm directly monitoring through the M2, the M4, sorry, it's the pre-fader in a sense. It's before it reaches the computer. That's the signal I'm listening to. So I never hear when it happens. Um, and to test, I have to do a sound check, or my friends will let me know on Discord that yeah, the audio got effed, and then I'll have to click A1 on voice meter. All right, let me show you that. So I'd open up voice meter, turn A1 on, and then just hum like and then I'll be able to hear it's like chirping, which is just horrid to listen to. And it actually ruined quite a few of the recordings I did way back. Um, so the M4 has really great latency, like low latency, okay, especially at 128 or a buffer size of 256. Like, it's fast, but the driver is weird. It's really weird. Maybe there's an update. I'll check, but at the moment, it's been chirping all the time, and it's really jank. And haven't done everything. I'll admit that, but like from sample rate matching to just using just the microphone, just using just the interface on the applications, or in my DAW, like it will still occur. It is bound to happen. Now, the amps, I talked about that before. Again, they're pretty clear. They're very, very transparent, which is what I think anybody could ever wish for. And I appreciate that. And what's really nice about it too is that the monitoring, what's nice is that at least you can monitor as a stereo pair, or you can monitor like single. And all that all that you need to do is you press and hold, and you'll notice that the two blue bars will either be separate or they'll be together for 1 and 2, which is nice. And you'll also be able to monitor 3 and 4 if you do have 3 and 4 plugged in. Okay, so that's really cool. Combo jacks, again, you have 1/4 inch and you also have XLR in there. And then this mixed dial. Now this mixed dial, the one thing that I notice about the mixed dial is that it is somewhat smooth, but I think like if you were to really listen attentively, you would be able to hear when it isn't smooth. And it's kind of like a weird tiny step by step kind of like motion when you're going in between left and right. Now, does it matter and can it affect volume drastically on headphones? It can. So I noticed that, oh sorry. I noticed that when the monitor button is on, desktop audio is quieter. It like the microphone is more attenuated to begin with. So you may be tempted to move it to the input or move it to the desktop side a little bit more. And then you can actually use that as a means to change desktop audio, which is what it's doing anyway. So it's a fader between the two. So if you move it to the left, the desktop audio goes down, etc. So you can balance this out with your desktop audio, and you can reach basically the most comfortable level of hearing yourself and then hearing whatever it is that you want to listen to. So that monitoring button is really helpful. Yeah, I think I had nothing else to complain about. Like the fact that I can run 990s on these were hilarious. Not the vintage ones, the new, okay, the premiums. So if you have an efficient headphone, even though it's above 200 ohms, you shouldn't run into any issues. And it's a fast interface. There's loopback that's built into this as well. So if you want, again, zero latency between you and playback on your desktop audio, it's possible. But I think that's really all I needed to say about it. Like the meters are super duper useful, and it's very easy to tell when you're clipping. And the headphone jack, the amplifier is great for my use case, and it can power a 7B. I think that's that's everything you'd ever want, right? So MOTU M4, that's it. Under 10 minutes, I did it. So am I happy with it? I am. I'm glad it's in the chain. I'm glad I have it. That driver's a pain, but that's the follow-up for the interface. So take care, be safe. I'm going to now make the video on the Art Voice channel. I got to, yeah, I'm tired.